Carter, can we please do our biggest takeaways from the NBA draft week?
What is that?
I'm Mr. Bear, Carter.
Well, hello, Mr. Bear, but I'm the only bear that's present on this podcast.
I thought you'd like that bit. That's on me. I'm tired, man. Really tired. Okay, so winners and losers, takeaways, whatever we want to do. I think Riley and Dion did NBA draft winners and losers already. So I don't want to be completely redundant to them. I listened to those videos. They did great. And they hit on all the biggest things. We kind of did this on the Bleacher Report show as well. So we're through the first weekend. I feel like we should just twist this. Basically, give me, I don't know, your top 3 to 5 takeaways from the week, and this could be anything. It could be like storylines, it could be winners, it could be losers, it could be player specific, it could be us specific. Whatever you want from NBA draft week, what are your biggest takeaways?
Oh, well, the first and foremost one that I'd like to get out there is that why have a clock if we're not going to go by the clock during the draft? Like, come on. That was crazy. That first round lasted forever. The clock was up and the pick still wasn't in. And Adam Silver and Chief Deputy Doodah make their way out there eventually to make the pick. Like, why do you have the clock if you're not going to abide by the clock?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
I don't understand it. Second takeaway, and probably the takeaway that I feel like I'm on an island by myself about because I did get eviscerated for it. I like what the Pelicans did.
Ooh.
I like what the Pelicans did. I
But
get it.
you're a Derek Queen guy, that's why.
I'm also a Jeremiah Fears guy.
But like value wise, their pick next year is probably going to be really good.
Is it for sure?
I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs in the West. No way.
Even if they stay healthy.
Can Zion stay healthy?
Maybe.
I agree with you. I'm excited about New Orleans. I like the general idea of like those 4 players. I think Poole is fun. I think Jeremiah Fears might be a superstar. Queen's worth a swing for sure. And Zion, who knows? But like you can't trust any of those players. Like Queen and Zion together might be a nightmare fit from a conditioning standpoint. We don't know.
I trust him.
Fears and Poole might hate each other. We don't know. Like I genuinely think, and it might work, but it's a risk. But I think there's a world that New Orleans is a top 3 pick in the draft next year.
Ooh.
And this is like an all-time, why did we do that for Derek Queen?
Okay, well, I'd like to take my claim that I think it's right.
Okay. Like you just think Queen's going to be great.
I think Queen, I think that Murphy, I think Zion, I think the rest of the team, they have some talent on that team. East Misi, Alvarado's a good bench piece. Poole is good that they keep him.
Yeah, I don't. This feels like the Pistons going for it with like Josh Smith. That's what it feels
Ooh,
like.
ooh.
Like,
Okay,
oh, let's get in the play-in. And it's like, you're probably not going to get in the play-in. None of your players are trustworthy at all.
okay.
Like,
Third biggest takeaway. I will forever love and respect Utah for picking Ace Bailey.
ooh, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Because honestly, I'm a just big like what do you mean? Just because you think you don't want to work out here, you don't want to do this, that, and the third, you think you're not about to play? Nah, get your ass on that flight and let's come hoop. I
I
drafted
mean,
you. You're good.
what'd you think of his camp still trying to hold out after they drafted him? Like, he was
That,
really trying to get them to
I
trade him.
know that was so cute. Yet he was there this morning with his dog and a jazz bandana at his press conference, and just fine. Everything's just a-okay.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like my takeaway would have been more about how bad him and his camp are. But I like what you're saying. Like Utah needed to take a swing. I just think there's a world Ace Bailey's still a disaster, and Utah's gonna be like, why did we do that?
But the thing is, Ace Bailey might be a basketball disaster. I don't think it like him as a basketball player, that might be a disaster, but it was the right pick for them to pick Ace.
But the thing is, though, like this is true in all aspects of life. You know this from your actual job, and you know this from sleepers, and I know this from everywhere I've ever been in my life. It's a lot easier to accomplish good things and just be good at whatever you're doing if you like people. If you're surrounded by some people you like, or if they're just good. And there's like all signs point to Ace Bailey being the world's biggest dickhead.
Yeah.
Like And I don't care who is on, like anyone in Utah should be looking at this dude like, who the fuck do you think you are right now?
Mm.
Maybe that's crazy, but like I can't imagine that's conducive to like him and Keontae George winning games. Like, no way. This video is brought to you by NBA2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
Please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New York.
New York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of Colorado.
Is that this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.
Maybe. All right, last two ones. Kind of on the same topic. I think it's hilarious how like agents in sports are taking sides of like they're like these morally high ground people when agents are some of the most shisty people in the industry of all time. Like I love that people are like posting like Ace Bailey's agent's IG posts. Like that was supposed to be a massive indictment. I get it, I understand it, but takes me back to the point where we're like people that are usually in that position as an agent aren't necessarily role models. Their job is to get their client drafted and get the most money for their client because that does the most for them. It's a business. Like everyone does it. Clutch, whatever sports agency you want to talk about. So the fact that people are trying to be like, oh, this agent like cares about these people and this, that, and the third, that doesn't matter. Also, we need an agent. And you can be just like those people. We don't really care. We need an agent though.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, I like the Wizards draft. That's it.
I love your face at the end. I was just like,
I'm a Wizard, Harry.
just Trey Johnson or what?
Trey Johnson, Will Riley, Jameer Watkins.
Yeah.
Good picks.
Good picks.
Yeah, I'm in.
Good picks. Good picks for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm open to it, right? I think Will Riley was really good value. I feel like I don't know. Do you think Trey was good value too that early?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I like the value of all their picks, to be honest. Honestly, both even good on Illinois. Both Illinois players I thought were great value.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Can I do winners and losers for mine rather than like takeaways? I feel like that's the best way to format it. Number one winner for me, the Big Ten. The Big Ten. Carr, we had 8 first-round NBA draft selections from the Big Ten. That was sick. And I think the thing is, this past season, it felt like we had that much talent in the league. It felt like a year where like there were professional basketball players playing night in and night out. It was cool. It was awesome. It was fun. And yeah, I'm looking at you, SEC. I'm looking at you, SEC, because I heard you were the big bat, and I get it. You had some great teams. You sent teams to the title game. You won a title, all that. Yeah, I get it. But pros came through the Big Ten this year, and the Big Ten's a winner. For that reason, biggest loser, the Big Ten. When can we have that much talent and just like win a chip? Somebody win a chip. Like, how are we going to run around with that much talent and finish 7th in the league and sign an extension, Brad Underwood? That's crazy. Teams that were not as high-end talented as many teams in the Big Ten outperformed them once again in the NCAA tournament. And on draft night, that became readily apparent, and it pissed me off.
That's fair to say. So, like, they're a winner and a loser?
Yeah, they're winner for having the talent, loser for doing nothing with the talent.
All right.
Yeah. Loser, the whole hat situation.
Yeah.
The whole hat situation. That's stupid. Just fix it. Give them the right hat. However, winner, kind of like how stupid it is.
Well, can part of that winner be like New Era did a great job with the hats?
The hats themselves look cool, yeah. But like, don't you think like people are complaining a little too much about the hats?
Yes.
Like, this has been happening for years. Why do we suddenly care now? You know?
Because people want to complain about something.
I mean, it's stupid and it's easily fixable, but here's my counter proposal. Let's make it more stupid. Can we get everyone in an incorrect hat? Can we get them in hats that have nothing to even do with NBA teams?
So instead of a hat, it's a tattoo artist. And whatever team you get a logo. You can pick where you want the logo, but you got to get the logo tatted.
Or like hypothetically, each draftee, when selected, comes on stage in their underwear. And then you get a suit that corresponds to the color of the place that you were just drafted.
That's insane.
You don't want to see that?
No.
I thought you would love to see that.
No.
Can I be a little cheeky for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
All right, that was just my cheeky moment. Anything else from you on takeaways?
No, I think that does it for me.
I have one more takeaway. We crushed it this week. Like that we were a big winner of draft week, I think.
Yeah, I think not to toot our own horn, but I think that we went above and beyond what was asked of us.
And like simultaneously, while the Bleacher Report show I think was universally pretty well received, it seems like one of the main storylines of the draft is how much everyone hated ESPN's draft coverage.
Yeah.
So now like we're sitting in a spot where like, like what alternatives to the ESPN show were there? Like NBA TV?
Yeah.
Sirius? Bleacher Report?
Yeah. No,
We were like one of three alternatives and everyone hated the big one and ours was like awesome.
Yeah. I like that.
Timing's everything, dog. I've been gassed up about that for like 48 hours. It's exciting.
Stay low.
All right, I'll stay low.